so thought this is good to understand about how I turn a stiff horse, how I make a stiff horse supple, and one that's possibly a little bit, I'm not going to say backward, but a bit quiet for the leg. So this horse could be the same. He's a bit lethargic. Yes, he stretches, but actually sometimes you feel like you want to make him go, and make him soften, which I do my best not to. So what I've learned to do with him, don't use too much leg, and actually between the poles, quite often what I do is just turn it. And I try to keep myself very cool, and I just start to turn. And when he relaxes, I then work towards a leg yield. And my leg yield isn't parallel. All I'm wanting is him to move away from the leg. So can you imagine we've got a stiff horse which doesn't really want to bend, particularly through here, and through the middle. So what I do is I have to do something, so I'm like, well, and I quite often let go of the outside rein. So I gently ask him, without too much pressure, just to keep turning around on himself. I sit as light and as tall as I can. Good boy. And when he relaxes, then I use my inside leg. Good boy. And tell him it's brilliant and go out from the circle. And I'll explain how I develop this. And so I'll do it again. So I'm trying to go in a small space, and really what I want to do is bring the hand, I am bringing the hand back more because I want him just to, good boy, keep following. As soon as he relaxes or gives, I go out to a bigger circle. Now, what I'm trying to do with that is teach him to go off and move away from the leg. So I'm not wanting a perfect leg yield. All I want is that process of him learning to drop his head and move away, and that's it. And with very good brain, you can see, he's already starting to get that idea. So I start off in a small space, and then what I might do sometimes is turn around the pole. So do the same thing, the same thought process around the pole. Again, very little leg, I haven't got any leg on particularly. All I want to do is keep the front end just gently turning. And I'm not trying to hold, I'm trying to just guide him around. So I'm like, let's get this body opening and moving. Good boy. And then I ask for a little bit of leg away. Good boy. Good boy. And then I can get around two poles, you see. And I can develop it from that. Once I get around my two poles, I can then get three poles. And I'm not worried at all at the moment where the frame, that doesn't worry me. What we're looking for is the process of him learning to go away from the leg, step away from the leg. So I've got the leg on now, that explains it. So if I put the leg on now, actually he is moving away from the leg, but not that much. If I put it with a turn, so I'm going to just, again, teach him a bit of a system, so I've turned him. If I do it now, you see the difference. So he starts to really then starts to move away from the leg. That's how I teach a horse that's not confident with moving away from the leg or even responding to the leg. That's how I teach it. It's a brilliant way. So it's really about timing. It's setting it up. So do it this way as well. It's setting it up for success. So I ask you to really, I'm going to use one finger with a really light rein. And then, so my time to ask over is now, because he's let go. Good boy. Telling is brilliant, it's exactly what I wanted. And we do it again, so now. And then I can ask him again. Good boy. So the whole process is really light and gentle, and with very little leg. And yes, he keeps walking forwards, which is great. But I think if you keep on a turn, quite often they understand they've got to keep moving around anyway. The only things that are going to slow them down, too much rein is the back of rein, so you can make too much rein, or both reins, you can see. Exaggerating. Or keep kicking. I think keep kicking they don't like either. So I think just if you can guide them around. If they want to relax in their body,